Here, what is transaction leadership? That means Mr. James McGregor introduced the concept of this transaction leadership in his book Leadership in the Year of 1978. The leadership expert Mr. McGregor has developed the concept of transformational leadership in his book 1978 Leadership. He defined transformation leadership as a process where leaders and their followers raise one another to higher levels of morality and motivation. Here, according to Mr. McGregor, he defines transformation leadership as here the leaders and their followers will encourage one another and motivate each other to achieve higher levels in the management. Here, according to Mr. McGregor, he clearly explained that the leaders and their followers raise one another to higher levels of morality and motivation. And another leadership expert, Mr. Bernard M. Bass, later developed the concept of transformational leadership further. According to his 1985 book, Leadership and Performance Beyond Expectations, this kind of leader. According to Mr. Bernard and Bass, he later developed the concept of transformational leadership. According to him, he wrote a book called Leadership and Performance Beyond Expectations. He wrote that book in the year of 1985. And coming to the theme of transformational leadership. What is transformational leadership? Here, it is a model of integrity and fairness. It sets clear goals. It has high expectations. It encourages others. Transformational leadership provides support and also recognition. Emotions of the people. Transformational leadership gets people to look beyond the self-interest. And next one is this type of leadership will inspires people to reach for the improbable. These are the themes of transformational leadership. Here, just used as a model for integrity and fairness. Integrity is nothing but a combination of fairness. By using this transformation leadership, the leaders will set a clear goals to their employees or the followers under his team. It gives high expectations and also it encourages the other employees and team members to achieve their goals. Next one is this type of leadership provides support and recognition, and it also clearly explains how to control the emotions and how to know the emotions of the people who are working in the organizations. It gets the people to look beyond their self-interest. That means, basing on their self-interest, they use it to focus on their activities, the job profiles in the organization. It also inspires the people who are working in the organization. Coming to how to become a transformational leader. This is an important one. How to become a transformational leader. Here, these are some important points listed in the slide. The first one is creating an inspiring vision of the future. Creating an inspiring vision of the future. This is the first one. And second one is motivating people to buy into and deliver the vision. Motivating people to buy into and deliver the vision. Next point is managing delivery of the vision. And next important point is building ever stronger trust-based relationships with your people. Here, in This how to become a transformation leader means here these type of leaders will create a vision of the future. That means vision is nothing but it's just like a foresightedness plan. They use it to clearly explain their vision and their thoughts to the employees and teams who are working under him. Coming to the next one is motivating to people to buy into and deliver the vision. That means, suppose if a leader has to set up a vision, that means vision is nothing but it is a future oriented aspect. That means what we are in future. That means in which position we are in future. Suppose we set a vanguard after 10 years, will be the top leading FMCG brand in India. It is a vision set by the organization. For example, an organization said, our organization, our company has to be in a position that means top leading position, that is number one position in upcoming 10 years. They said it is their vision. That means it is entirely based on the future oriented. That's here these transformation leaders will motivate. That means they have to motivate themselves and they have to motivate their employees according to the setted vision and managing delivery of the vision. Is nothing but here the leaders will clearly explain sorry what is our vision, what we are in future. That means what we have to achieve in future. The next one is building ever stronger trust-based relationships with other people. These transformation leaders will also build up the relations. That means true relations, and they have to maintain these relations in a long way with the people who are working in the organization. These relationships will motivate the people who are working under the leader. Next one is the four elements of transformation leadership. The modern idea of transformation leadership is based around four elements described by Bernard A. Webb in 1985. Here, the four elements are idealized influence, intellectual stimulation, individualized consideration, and inspirational motivation. Okay. These four are the important components of transformation leadership. The first one is idealized influence, intellectual stimulation, individualized consideration, and inspirational motivation. Coming to one by one, the first one is idealized influence. It refers to the way in which transform leaders. It refers to the way in which transformational leaders extract their influence with a group. These leaders are deeply respected by their team due to the example that they set for others. They set role model for others. Behind this, they provide a clear vision and a sense of belonging, which encourages individuals to buy into the long-term objectives of the organization and drives them to achieve their own goals. Therefore, these individuals act as powerful role models and their followers copy or imitate them as they wish to become a leader based around the example set. Here, under this idealized influence, the leaders will explain and provide the clear vision and sense of belongingness with their employees. This clear vision and belongingness will encourage individuals to buy into the long-term objectives. That means they work in front to achieve these long-term objectives of the organization, and also they drives them into these influences. These idealized influences by the leaders will drives them. Drives means here the employees will drives towards the achievement of their own goals. Driving means it is a force pushing towards the achievement of the goals in the organization. It is set by the leaders or the organization. Here, these individuals will act as a powerful role models, and their followers copy and imitate them. That means here these transformational leaders are set as an example for their followers. Their followers will copy and imitate them uh, as to they become a leader in future. This is idealized influence. Next one is IS, that is intellectual stimulation. The transformation leaders create a diverse and open environment within which they encourage others to innovate and to form new ideas for the organization and themselves. Here, they create a platform or they create an open environment for encouraging their employees to give better ideas or new ideas or innovative ideas, and also for the leaders and organization. That means here under this intellectual stimulations, the leaders, that means the transformational leaders will encourage their employees to be a part in decision making. That means they can encourage their employees' ideas, their innovative thoughts and beliefs. The next one is they seek other paths to goals which stray from the norm and openly push others to challenge their own beliefs and values as well as those of the company. Here, in intellectual stimulation, it will encourage the employees' beliefs and values and push them towards the achievement of organizational goals. This is why this style of leadership can play such an influencing role in the change and strategic planning. It acts as an influential role in change and strategic planning also. Coming to the next one is inspirational motivation. In transformation, leaders play an important role in improving performance by working to raise through team morale, through motivational techniques, and acting as an inspiration for others. Under this inspirational motivators, these transformation leaders are motivating their employees not only towards the goal achievement, they can just act as their inspirators for doing or performing jobs in the organizations. They are happy to communicate these leaders, that means these transformation leaders are very happy to communicate with high expectations to individual followers and motivating them on a singular level to gain their commitment to a shared organizational or team belief. Here, these type of leaders will communicate with their followers or team members, and they can meet the expectations of the followers and they can motivate them for the achievement of the organizational goals. That means here they can consider the beliefs and opinions of the employees also. Next point is when the individuals is committed to organizational goals, it instinctively encourages them to work harder to reach these objectives. Here, these transformation leaders will encourage their employees towards the achievement of organizational goals. That means they can inspire them and they can motivate them, they can encourage them. Here, after that motivation and encouragement, they committed towards the achievement of these organizational goals or objectives. The next one is when combined with individual influences, the transformation leaders excite inspirational motivation helps to make them the leaders Sharma. That means they are more popular by doing all these things in the organization. Next one is IC, that is individual considerations. Transformation leaders actively work to create a diverse environment and support to environment where individual differences are respected and celebrated. Here, these transformation leaders will create a working environment. The diverse means it is a different and support environment. Here, the peoples are belonging to various culture, various beliefs, opinions, and attitudes. These are all working in a organization for achievement of common goals. Here, these type of leaders, the transformational leaders, will encourage the individual opinions, beliefs, ideas of their employees. They can support them and they can respect them also in the organization. They will know each of their followers individually and will happily listen to any concerns or needs that their team members may have. That means here these transformation leaders will peacefully listen the peacefully listen what their employees are saying. That means they can concern their employees, and also these leaders will listen the needs of the team members, and they can here the leaders will also understand the needs of the team members what they are saying. Next one is here these leaders will act as a mentors and coaches for team members, working to develop, empower, and inspire them to achieve more and to be more. That means here these transformation leaders just act as a coaches or mentors for their team members. Next one is this individual efforts is a key to achieving the best results and creating future leaders. Here, these transformation leaders are set as a best example for the employees who became the leaders in future. Here coming to the transformational leadership, the first one is leadership expert James McGregor introduced the concept of transformation leadership in his book 1970 in his book Leadership in 1978. He defined transformational leadership as a process where leaders and their followers raise one another to higher levels of morality and motivation. In this transformational leadership, the leadership expert Mr. McGregor introduced the concept of transformational leadership in his 1978 book Leadership. He defined transformational leadership as a process where leaders and their followers raise one another to higher levels of morality and motivation. Not only McGregor, but Bernard later developed the concept of transformation leadership further. According to his 1985 book, Leadership and Performance Beyond Expectations. And coming to the idea of transformation leadership, it is just act as a model of integrity and fairness. It also sets clear goals, has high expectations, it encourages others, provides support and recognition. It also stirs the emotions of the people, gets people to look beyond the self-interest, inspires people to reach for the improbable. How to become a transformational leader? Creating an inspiring vision for the future, motivating people to buy into and deliver the vision, managing delivery of the vision, building stronger and trust-based relationship with employees or people. The four elements of transformation leadership. The first and most important element is idealized influence. Next one is intellectual stimulation. Third element is individualized consideration. Fourth one is inspirational motivation. The first one is idealized influence. This refers to the way in which transformation leaders extract their influence with a group. These leaders are deeply respected by their team due to the example that they set for others. Behind this, they can also provide a clear vision and also sense of belongingness with the employees, and he encourages their individuals to perform long-term objectives of the organization, and also they forcing them to achieve their own goals. These individuals act as a powerful role models, and their followers copy and imitate them as they wish to become a leader based example. Coming to the next component is intellectual stimulation. In intellectual stimulation, the transformation leaders create a diverse and open environment within which they encourage their employees to innovate and to form new ideas for the organization and themselves. Here, these leaders will create an open environment for their employees, and they can encourage and motivating their employees towards new thoughts and new inventions. Here, they seek other paths to goals which stay from the norm and openly push others to challenge their own beliefs and values as well as those of the company. Here, these leaders will also encourage their employees' beliefs, values, systems, and traditions also. This is why this type of leadership, that means transformation leadership, can play such an influencing role in the change management and strategic planning. Coming to the third component, that is inspirational motivation. Here, transformation leaders play an important role in improving the performance by working to the race through team morale, through motivation techniques, and acting as an inspiration for their followers. They are very happy to communicate their high expectations to individual followers and motivate them on a singular level to gain their commitment to a shared organizational or team belief. When the individuals is committed to the organization goals, it encourages them to work harder to reach these objectives. When combined with the individual influences, the transformation leaders will inspire and motivate and also help them to make up these leaders more popular. Coming to the last component, that is individualized consideration. Under these considerations, the transformation leaders actively work to create an environment and support to environment where individual differences are respected and celebrated. They will have each of other followers individually and will happily listen to any concerns or needs that their team members may have. They will act as a member and coaches for team members, working to develop, empower, and inspire them to achieve more and to be more. Here, under these individualized considerations, the transformation leaders, just as in mentors and coaches for their team members, to develop, empower, and inspire them to achieve towards their goals. Okay, thanking you all. This is all about the today's class. Thank you. Is there any doubts? place or